What's up, good people? I pray all is well with you. In the midst of all that is going on in the world, one question has remained in my mind along with others, but one is really standing out considering the same actions that take place that result in individuals dying. And that one question is, why, when it comes down to an individual being pulled over, are they reaching for anything? If you think about it, they go into their glove compartment to get their registration. They have to pull out their license. Instead of those things being accessible to an officer if he wanted to reach in himself, or easy grab. Think about it. As soon as you pull over, officer approaches your car and they ask you to get your license and registration, and immediately you begin to reach into your glove compartment. Why is it that we're reaching to an area which there is no light shining, there is no clear pathway what it is that we are doing? In fact, why is it that police officers have never stated that you should not be reaching? Because you never know what a person is actually going to pull out that ultimately could harm a police officer. Why is it that we never have anything hanging in a visible area for officers to be able to see what it is that we're doing, rather than making assumptions based on our actions or our sudden movements where it causes them to draw their gun? Officer approaches your car, they request your license and registration, so you immediately reach. In most cases, sometimes it's dark, not visible, you can't even see what it is. And if I really wanted to grab something, that I could grab it in the midst of me grabbing for my registration. Find a little pouch of some sort. I don't care what type of pouch. I don't even care what color. This one has a ring on it, and although this does not fill it around my windshield wiper, I wound up taking a bow, simple bow, and you put it through till you have like a V, then you put it through the hole, and voila. Simple as that. You simply place it over. So next time an officer approaches your car and they say, put your hands where I can see them, you're able to reach down, grab your pouch, and show them your license or registration. Another key piece, there's really no reason why your license can't stay in the car. Most times when somebody requests to see some sort of identification, they're not specifying that you show them your driver's license, but they ask for an ID. Go to DMV and get an additional ID so that whenever you're out in public, say for instance if you're using your credit card or something and need to show proof of ID, that you'll have that on you. And your license can stay in the car with the registration already ready to grab should you ever get pulled over by a police officer. I challenge you, dare to be different in a world full of copycats. Knowing that this past week has been a really challenging one, considering the events that have taken place on both sides of the spectrum, that lives are being taken regardless if it's a police officer or if it's a civilian. Lives are still being taken. As much as it breaks my heart for the individuals that were murdered live, it still breaks my heart even more that individuals that once crying out about those young men that got killed have no heart for the police officers that got killed. It's not about who you are, what you are, what color you are, but it's the fact that individuals feel as though they can give a human life an expiration date based on a threat, false accusation, or anger and hatred that they have. It's time that we start providing a solution and not just speaking from a place of anger.